All right, let's do this. This isn't how I wanted to be right now on a happy day where we had a new president inaugurated, and the old one whose name we don't ever have to mention anymore if we don't want to is gone. Should have been a glorious day. Instead, the Celtics decide to ruin it, not completely, but ruin part of it for me by losing and blowing a small lead, but blowing a lead nonetheless in the fourth quarter as they lose to the Philadelphia 76ers. I always hate losing to the Sixers. I hate losing to Philadelphia in anything. The Sixers in particular, it just bothers me. Boston and Philly have a long and storied rivalry. Fans go back and forth on Twitter, and it is a team that I really, really dislike losing to. And that's exactly what the Celtics did. It was a good game. It was a very competitive game, very back and forth. The story of the game, though, is that Joel Embiid was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted, whenever the fuck he wanted, and the Celtics had absolutely no answer whatsoever for him. Embiid finished with a game-high 42 points. He also had a block, 2 steals, 2 assists, and 10 rebounds. He was just absolutely dominant. He shot 21 free throws. He hit 17 of them, finished 12 of 19 from the floor. He was just scoring whenever he wanted, and if he wasn't scoring, the Celtics were putting him at the free throw line. The combination of Grant Williams, Tristan Thompson, and Daniel Tice did absolutely nothing to slow Embiid down. That's problematic. Part of the reason you brought in Tristan Thompson was to help defend somebody like Joel Embiid, and here they are in their first meeting as a Celtic and a 76er, and Embiid didn't just dominate Tristan Thompson. He had one of his best games against the Celtics in his career tonight. So not a good early return or early result from the Celtics in terms of their bigs trying to slow down Joel Embiid, which is pretty disappointing. A lot of people who are crowing about signing Tristan Thompson, saying he's going to make a huge impact for this team. I think tonight you can see sort of the limitations of Tristan Thompson. And, I've said before, I was a big proponent of getting Miles Turner in here. Obviously, Miles Turner is hurt right now, and he's not a Celtic. And who knows what he would have done with Embiid tonight, but he is averaging a league-high 4 blocks per game. Those would have been nice to be able to put in, but that's neither here nor there. Again, the story is just that the Celtics had no answer whatsoever for Embiid, who just absolutely was dominant tonight in as dominant of a fashion as you can really have for a big man in today's NBA game. On the Celtics side, you got a nice game from Marcus Smart, who was tremendous. 25 points for him. Jaylen Brown, 26 points. Tice played his best game of the season, 23 points, 11 rebounds off the bench. Again, struggled a little bit defensively against Embiid, but on offense, he was terrific. And Kemba Walker looked pretty good in his second game back. 19 points, 5 of 9 from 3, 6 assists in 22 minutes, so just a little bit over that 20-minute mark that they want him to be at right now to start. I was pleased with how Kemba looked. His shot looked good. His handle looked good. His speed looked good. I tweeted this out. He makes Daniel Tice a much better player. Tice and him have great chemistry. They run the pick and roll really, really well. Tice just seems to know where Kemba wants to go, and Kemba seems to know how to get Tice in the right position to get him to seal off defenders or roll at the right time. They have really good chemistry. They had it last year. It's 2 games into Kemba Walker's season. It's picked right back off where they left off. So Tice has been underwhelming this season. Nice to see him get back to form. And I think that is in a large part due to Kemba Walker being back with the Celtics. I wasn't happy at all with Brad Stevens' decision to play Jeff Teague over Peyton Pritchard tonight. Pritchard ended up playing more minutes, but Teague came in at key times. He did finish with a better stat line today. He was a +9, while Pritchard was a -12. Pritchard only 3 points and missed a big 3-pointer towards the end. The overall point, I'm saying point a lot. Point. The overall I can't think of a better synonym right now. The overall point I'm trying to make, I'm just going to stick with that word, is that Pritchard has outplayed Teague to this point in the season, and deserves the playing time over Teague. And I know Teague's a veteran, and I think it's a good thing he's on the team, and I think he's going to pay big dividends in the locker room and potentially in the playoffs. But right now, Pritchard deserves more playing time than Teague. He gives them more right now, and I think with a rookie and a young player, when they're playing well, and then you, as Pritchard has been, and you mess with their rotation, where they come in and their minutes, it's you take away some of their confidence because they don't really know what they did wrong to deserve sort of a demotion. And that's my worry with Brad Stevens doing this with Peyton Pritchard, is that he's been playing so well, and you really mess with the flow of his game and sort of his confidence and where he feels his role is on the team. So not a fan of that decision by Brad Stevens at all. Grant Williams continues to be really disappointing to me this season. I haven't seen that he's really given the Celtics anything when he's been out there. He started tonight 16 minutes, just 4 points. Really got eaten alive defensively by Embiid. I think if he's playing big minutes for this team, they're in trouble. They need a better option at that spot. And you can see the Celtics, especially also without Tatum tonight, really lacked for wing depth. I like Javonte Green. I've told you that before. 28 minutes is way too much to have to play someone like Javonte Green. And his calling card is offense. He only had 2 points tonight. So that's not going to get it done. He's just not experienced enough of an NBA player to, in a big game like this against the Sixers, to be leaning on that heavily. So a lot of things to take away from tonight. Again, the biggest thing to take away is that the Celtics really, really have no answer for Joel Embiid. And they also continued this troubling trend of, towards the end of games when they really need baskets, they go cold shooting. And that is obviously not the time to go cold shooting. Jason Tatum will make a world of difference, obviously, when he comes back. Hopefully he's back for the game on Friday. You really don't want to drop both these games to Philly. It seems likely that Philly and you are going to have very similar records and be in the mix for the same playoff spot seed come playoff time. So you don't want to let Philly, be able to snatch a tiebreaker from you. So it's important the Celtics are able to get a win on Friday when they play the Sixers again in Philly. Hopefully, again, Tatum's back for that one. I'd like to see Rob Williams. He was active tonight but didn't play. Maybe he was too fatigued from the COVID battle he had. But I think it's important to get him back into the rotation. He was playing so well before he got sick. So we'll look for that on Friday. And a lot of pressure on the Celtics now to get that win on this mini series with Philadelphia. So disappointed that they lost. It's definitely the game they could have won. But, you have your chance to redeem yourself pretty quickly on Friday. So I will talk to you then. Hope everybody is keeping safe and doing well, enjoying inauguration festivities, and make sure you wash your hands, social distance, keep wearing masks, and we're getting really close to the end here, people, if we can just be smart about it. I will talk to you all after the next 76ers Celtics game. Thanks everybody for watching. Remember the thumbs up, leave a comment, I'll respond, and I will see you later. All right, take care. I don't like that exit. Take care. That's weird. See ya.